The other day, I bought myself a brand new pair of shoes. They were everything I had hoped for: sleek, stylish, and the perfect fit. I slipped them on, feeling a little taller and more confident as I stepped outside to enjoy the fresh air. The rain had just begun to drizzle, but it didn't bother me. I embraced the cool, earthy scent of rain in the air. However, in one careless step, my foot sank ankle-deep into mud, and just like that, my beautiful new shoes were ruined. I couldn't help but feel a rush of anger. "Why me?" I muttered under my breath, glaring at the mess. It felt as if the universe had targeted me for this small, frustrating disaster. I thought to myself, this is it, my day is ruined. But later, as I sat at home scrubbing the mud off my shoes, something shifted. I found myself smiling. It dawned on me that shoes can be cleaned, bad days pass, and the moment of frustration wasn't worth letting it ruin my mood. It made me reflect. How often do we allow the small annoyances in life to overshadow the bigger picture? After all, here we are, living on this tiny blue planet in the middle of an enormous, mysterious universe. So, I began to wonder, how much of what we stress over really matters in the grand scheme of things? Shoes can be cleaned, bad days come and go. But what about the bigger picture? Today, I want to take you on a journey of exploration. Together, we'll step back and view our lives from a broader perspective, considering our place in the universe and the fleeting nature of our daily struggles. By the end of this journey, you might just begin to see things in a new light. Let's start by contemplating how life began and how we ended up here, breathing and living on this magnificent planet. The Earth, as scientists tell us, has existed for about 4.5 billion years, a span of time so vast it's almost beyond comprehension. Yet, for most of that time, humanity didn't exist. Then, at some point, whether by chance, destiny, or a series of miraculous events, humans came into being. We became conscious, aware of ourselves and the world around us. And what a world it is! Earth seems almost perfectly designed for life. The temperature is just right, not too hot like Venus, not too cold like the far reaches of space. Gravity keeps us grounded, yet light enough to run, jump, and dance. We have water to drink and air rich in oxygen to breathe. Animals and plants surround us, providing food and companionship. It's as if Earth was made for us, a beautiful, balanced habitat. But this perfect alignment raises a profound question. Why do we exist at all? Throughout history, humans have sought to answer this. We've achieved remarkable things, creating languages, art, music, civilizations, and even reaching for the stars with rockets. Yet, despite all of this progress, we are still left wondering, why are we here? Have you ever stopped to consider how extraordinary it is that we even exist? Of all the planets in our solar system, Earth is the only one we know of that can sustain life. This is a fragile miracle. Yet we take it for granted, often consumed by our daily struggles, whether it's mud on our shoes, unpaid bills, or bad weather. But the mere fact that we exist is something extraordinary. And still, our time here is so brief. The Earth's history stretches back billions of years, but our lives are short in comparison, lasting just a few decades. Imagine if the Earth's 4.5 billion years were compressed into one single day. Humanity wouldn't even appear until the last few seconds before midnight. We are a tiny blip in the grand timeline of existence. Yet, we often live as though everything revolves around us, worrying about what people think of us, or whether we've achieved enough. But in the vastness of time, how much of this truly matters? When you look up at the night sky, remember that the light you see from stars may have traveled millions of years to reach your eyes. These stars might not even exist anymore, yet their light endures. We, too, are part of that vast universe. Tiny, yes, but connected to something far greater than ourselves. Life can sometimes feel overwhelming, as if every small problem is the end of the world. But when you step back and see the bigger picture, it becomes clear that our worries are fleeting and relatively insignificant. This isn't to say our challenges don't matter, they do. But maybe, just maybe, we don't have to let them weigh us down too much. Let's now take a moment to consider another idea: time. It's a concept we've invented to help make sense of the world around us. But what if time, as we understand it, doesn't matter as much as we think? Let's take a moment to reflect on the concept of time, a fundamental part of our daily lives, yet one we often take for granted. We think of time as something fixed, measurable, and within our control. We divide it into hours, minutes, and seconds to create schedules and routines. But have you ever paused to consider where these measurements originate? For example, a single day is merely the amount of time it takes Earth to complete one rotation on its axis. A month is loosely based on the Moon's orbit around our planet. A year? That's simply the duration of Earth's journey around the Sun. In essence, our entire understanding of time is deeply tied to the celestial rhythms of the universe. Yet, here's the fascinating part. Time, as we perceive it, is a human construct. It's a tool we've devised to organize our lives, make sense of events, and structure the flow of our existence. While this framework is undeniably useful for planning and navigating the world, time doesn't exist in the concrete way we often imagine. It's not an immutable force. It's a perspective we impose on the natural cycles of the universe. If we step back and take a broader view, our sense of time transforms dramatically. Consider this. The universe is approximately 13.8 billion years old, a span of time so vast it defies comprehension. But what if we compress that immense history into a single calendar year? Suddenly, the timeline feels more tangible. January 1st, the Big Bang occurs, giving birth to the universe. March, the first stars light up the cosmos. September, our solar system forms. December 31st, 11:59 p.m., humans emerge. In this cosmic calendar, all of human history, from the construction of the pyramids to the invention of the internet, takes place in the final seconds before midnight. It's a humbling realization, isn't it? It reminds us of just how fleeting our existence is within the vast expanse of time. Even more humbling is the realization that we, as individuals, only experience a sliver of this grand timeline. A human lifespan, say 80 years, is the briefest blink in the eye of the universe. And yet, we often live as if our time is infinite, as though we have endless opportunities to figure everything out. But the truth is, time is always slipping away, not just in our personal lives, but on a cosmic scale. Take our sun, for instance. It's burning through its fuel at an astonishing rate. In about 5 billion years, it will swell into a red giant, ultimately consuming Earth. Of course, none of us will be here to witness this, but it serves as a stark reminder of the impermanence of everything, even celestial bodies. And the universe itself is evolving. It's expanding, at an accelerating pace, driven by a mysterious force known as dark energy. One day, billions of years from now, galaxies will be so far apart that their light will never reach one another. The universe will grow cold and dark, with no new stars forming. In this distant future, even time might lose its meaning. Without change, without events to mark its passage, the concept of time becomes irrelevant. But there's a profound beauty in this impermanence. The fleeting nature of time makes it precious. It gives weight and significance to every moment we experience. Imagine if we lived forever. Would we still cherish the warmth of the sun on our skin, the laughter of loved ones, or the joy of a delicious meal? It's the very brevity of time that imbues life with meaning. Despite our smallness in the grand scheme of things, we are incredibly fortunate. We exist in a moment when life is possible, when we can explore, learn, and grow. So, the next time you feel overwhelmed by deadlines or rushed by the ticking clock, take a deep breath. Remember that time, though fleeting, is a gift, a precious and irreplaceable gift. Use it wisely, but don't forget to savor it too. As we journey forward, let's delve deeper into what it means to be conscious of our existence. Why are we here, and what does it mean to be aware of this incredible, fleeting gift called life? As far as we know, we are the only species in the universe capable of asking the profound question, why am I here? Sure, animals are intelligent in their own ways. Birds migrate, dolphins communicate, ants build intricate colonies. But humans? We do more than simply survive. We ponder survival itself. We wonder about the stars. We write poetry, and we search for meaning in a vast and often bewildering universe. Consciousness gives us the ability to observe our surroundings and ask these deep questions. But here's the paradox. The more we learn, the more we realize just how small we are in the grand scheme of things. The more we understand about the universe, the more we recognize how vast and indifferent it truly is. Think about it. We are one species, on one planet, orbiting one star in one galaxy, and while our galaxy, the Milky Way, is enormous, it is just one of over 200 billion galaxies in the observable universe. These numbers are staggering, almost beyond comprehension. Yet, despite this vastness, we've found no definitive evidence of other intelligent life. No signals, no communication, just a silent, empty expanse. It's as if we're shouting into a void, hoping for a response that never comes. This realization, that we might be alone in the universe, can be both exhilarating and terrifying. On one hand, it makes us unique and special. Out of all the randomness and chaos of the cosmos, we exist. But on the other hand, it carries a heavy responsibility. If we are indeed the only conscious beings in existence, doesn't that make our role even more significant? Perhaps our consciousness is not just for our own benefit. Maybe we are here to witness the beauty, the complexity, and the mysteries of the universe. Perhaps our purpose is to ask questions, even if we never uncover all the answers. However, being conscious comes with its challenges. We are acutely aware of our limitations, our mortality, and our relative insignificance in the vastness of space and time. This awareness can be overwhelming. It's easy to feel small when confronted with the scale of the universe. But despite all of this, despite the enormity, the uncertainty, and the solitude, we continue to live, create, and love. Maybe that's the point. Perhaps our consciousness isn't about finding all the answers, but about making the most of the questions. So what does this mean for you and me? It means that, while we may be small, we are not insignificant. Every thought we have, every connection we make, every act of kindness, we add something to the fabric of the universe. Even if it's just a tiny spark of light in the darkness, it matters. The universe may not notice us, but we notice each other. In the vast, silent expanse of existence, that connection is what truly matters. Now, let's bring this back to our daily lives. Life is full of ups and downs. One day we might feel on top of the world, and the next, we might find ourselves stepping into a puddle with brand new shoes. These moments, whether good or bad, come and go. But what truly stays with us is how we respond to them, how we let them shape our perspective on life. The truth is, no matter what you're going through, it won't last forever. Joy, sadness, challenges, they all pass in time. When you begin to see life in this way, it becomes easier to let go of the small things. But what about the bigger questions? The meaning of it all? The beauty of life is that you get to decide what it means. If the universe doesn't have a predefined purpose for us, then we have the freedom to create our own. For some people, purpose comes from family, raising children, sharing stories, and building legacies. For others, it's about exploration, discovery, or creating something lasting. And for many, it's simply about being present, enjoying a quiet cup of coffee, feeling the warmth of the sun on their face, or laughing with a friend. There is no right or wrong way to live a meaningful life. It's not about achieving some grand universal goal. It's about the small moments, the connections we make, the love we share, and the beauty we experience. When you consider it, in the vastness of the universe, your life is nothing short of a miracle. The odds of you being here right now are astronomically small. And yet, here you are. That's something worth celebrating. So, the next time you feel overwhelmed by the world, whether it's a bad day, a tough decision, or a sense of insignificance, remember this: you are here, you are alive, and you have the power to choose how to spend your time. Maybe you'll spend it pursuing a dream, helping others, or simply appreciating the little things, the beauty of the stars, the laughter of a child, or the comfort of a warm meal. At the end of the day, the universe doesn't need to notice you for your life to matter. What matters is how you notice the universe, how you connect with those around you, and how you find joy in the moments that make up your life. As we wrap up this journey, let's take a moment to reflect once again. The universe is vast, ancient, and full of mysteries we may never fully understand. In the grand scheme of things, our time here is fleeting, a mere blink in the life of the cosmos. Yet in this brief moment, we have the power to create meaning, to love, to grow, and to make a difference. It's easy to feel small when contemplating the stars, the galaxies, and the endless expanse of space. But being small doesn't mean being insignificant. Every kind word, every act of kindness, every moment of gratitude, these add a little more light to the world. The universe may not have a plan for us, but that's okay. It gives us the freedom to create our own purpose. So go out and live fully. Embrace the highs and the lows, cherish the people around you, laugh often, love deeply, and find beauty in the little things. Because, at the end of the day, life is what we make of it. And while our time here may be short, it is also incredibly precious. Let's make it count. Thank you for sharing this time with me. Until next time, take care, and remember, you matter, even in the vastness of it all.